The Attleboro Arts Museum has just opened up a unique and once-in-a-lifetime exhibit. For the month of April and May, the museum will host an exhibit called Compact and Collectible. The show features dozens of pedal cars from collectors across the area. Pedal cars became a popular children's toy during the mid-20th century, and now they are popular collector's items. To learn more about this unique exhibit, we spoke with Attleboro Arts Museum Director Mim Fawcett.
I'm Mim Fawcett, Executive Director here at the Attleboro Arts Museum. Tonight's our opening reception for Compact and Collectible. It's an exhibition of vintage pedal cars. We're very grateful to our collectors. We have 6 major collectors who contributed to the show, and they're here with us during the reception this evening. Pedal cars are children's toys. In their heyday in the 1950s, they were referred to as juvenile wheel goods. And they were created by really 5 major manufacturers. One that we spotlight in the exhibition is the Murray of Ohio Manufacturing Company. Murray created cars from really the late 20s all the way through the late 60s. These are all metal cars that are in the show. And then the advent of plastics really changed the industry. So metal cars really aren't made the way they used to be. They are as sort of vintage collectibles, but the original cars were really made from the 20s through the late 1960s. All of these, barring 2, are original cars. Many have been restored, and others are in their true original condition. We have a spotlight on industrial designer Victor Schreckengost. The museum was very lucky in 2008 to create an exhibition of Victor's work and the wonderful work of his students. And Victor was a pedal car designer for Murray, Ohio. We had an exhibition of his work, which included pedal cars and other industrial design products, as well as fine art work. And we got the fever probably back in 2008, thinking it would be great to expand this component of what Victor did and how he revolutionized really the production of pedal cars by having a special exhibition dedicated to just that vintage toy. The cars are spanning time from 1920s through the late 1960s. And we have 68 cars in the gallery. The cars have never been shown as a group before, and once the show is over, they will go back to their collectors.
We started to plan this exhibit about 2 years ago. My professor from the Cleveland Institute of Art, Victor Schreckengost, actually designed most of the pedal cars that are here for Murray, Ohio. He was their design director from 1938 to 1970. He designed several million pedal cars that they produced. He also designed 60 million bicycles that they produced. And even besides that, he would go back to the Cleveland Institute of Art and teach 3 days a week. As a curator, you make long-range plans. You think of a concept. You bring it to the board of directors and say, what do you think of doing a pedal car exhibition in 2 years from now? And if the board approves it, you present a budget to the board. And if they approve the budget and it can be financed, then you go out and try to find the materials you want to exhibit. The presentation is a very sophisticated presentation for what you might think are children's toys, but they're really not. The Boston Museum of Fine Art, they have one of these pedal cars on exhibit as fine art.
My wife and I were friends of Victor Schreckengost, the designer for Murray, Ohio, for 30 years. So I'm not exactly a pedal car collector, but collect Victor Schreckengost's work. He designed for Murray, Ohio, designed dinnerware for American Limoges and Salem Potteries in Ohio. Worked during the Second World War on radar recognition. Just a genius as far as an industrial designer, painter, and a masterful ceramic sculptor. People talk about the good old days as far as automobile design. These are the kind of things that people of my age grew up with in the 40s and 50s. And just very nostalgic and fun to look at.
I've been collecting pedal cars for years. The way I've always looked at them is that they have a kind of persona to them and an art object to them. And it's just something that has always captured my eye. With everything being thrown away today or recyclable or plastic, to go back over the years and see something that was made so well and crafted with such love and attention. I've been collecting for 35 years now.
I've been a pedal car collector since 1989, and this is one of my so-called prize pedal cars that I have. It's a 1935 through 37 Orban, made by Steelcraft. And it was made to resemble the car as much as possible. However, these were very expensive cars. This is the type of automobile that would almost take a full paycheck back then to buy for a kid. So they had to be very, very wealthy to own this type of an automobile.
One of the tractors that I brought tonight was made by the Ertl Company. It's a replica of a garden or lawn tractor, and different from many other tractors that Ertl made that had the John Deere brand on them, is the front wheels are spread wide apart so that it is a much safer toy for children as compared to the typical tractor, which has two wheels up front but very narrow and has a tendency to tip over. Please come down to the exhibit. It's truly a remarkable collection, and I think they will get a lot of pleasure out of it and bring children so that kids get to see old toys.
If somebody's interested in pedal cars, you can buy an old pedal car for a few $100s, and you can spend thousands of dollars restoring them. And there's an interest there because it used to be you would buy an old pedal car and restore it to look pristine condition to increase its value. But of late, collectors have more interest in leaving them in the condition that you find them, and they would have higher value then. And you also have to be very careful not to buy what we call reproductions that come in from China and Korea and Mexico. You want to really know the manufacturers and the particular ways they made the product, and then to look very carefully for labels and just to be sure it's an original, not a reproduction.
The show runs through Saturday, May 10th. So all 63 will be on display for the next few weeks. The gallery is open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 to 5. And we have a free admission policy. Donations are always appreciated, but it's a free admission policy. So please come down and visit the show. I know everyone will enjoy it.